Hi everyone, Angus Pryor here, #1 Amazon best-selling author and practice growth specialist. And today I've got the myth-busting orthodontist, Geoff Hall. Welcome, Geoff.
Thank you very much, Angus.
Now we are at the Australian Clear Aligner Society conference, the ACAS conference, and so it makes sense we should be talking about clear aligners. You are a fully qualified orthodontist, is this true, Geoff?
So they say.
So they say, okay. So our topic for today is what is the #1 myth relating to clear aligners? Because you're the myth-busting orthodontist. There's some myths there, but there's the #1. What is it?
Yeah, no, you're totally right, Angus. The #1 myth is that the digital setup that you receive from any aligner company is the final result that you will deliver to the patient.
Okay.
It's not true.
Okay, tell us more about that.
Well, there's lots of different things. It really is, unfortunately, to use one of a better phrase, cartoon odontics. You get this beautiful cartoon, the teeth are looking perfect, but it's the staging, making sure you've got the right attachments, and how will that biomechanics be delivered to the end result for the patient. And that's where you need a lot more knowledge than just having a technician just do a perfect setup.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've known Geoff for some time, and he's kind of mentioned this to me, and I've talked to a lot of dentists and realised that, and this is, no disrespect to the clear aligner companies.
Exactly right.
In fact, but I've had a number of dentists that have said to me that taking a patient through a series of clear aligners is not quite as cookie cutter as it might appear,
Yeah.
and that you can end up in a bad place.
You can, if you don't understand the biomechanics of, well, you're going to move a tooth one way, but there is reciprocal side effects. For example, here you are trying to intrude some teeth. That's all great. But as you intrude your teeth in the front, you've got a reciprocal effect of the back, the extrusion occurring in the back, which means the aligners come off the teeth, which means they're no longer effective. So what you need to see is attachments put on those back teeth as well to retain those aligners, and otherwise you're not going to get the effective intrusion that is done in that particular setup.
Yeah.
And that's just one example.
Okay, so we're not saying for a second that clear aligners is not within the reach of the dentist, but it sounds like they need some help.
Yeah, quite the opposite. Yeah, clear aligners, if done in the right way, is a fantastic and can be very predictable approach to resolving alignment issues and bite issues.
Yeah.
But you just need to have that bit of knowledge. It's not as easy as what everybody says.
Yeah.
Here's the end result, and you press the button and approve.
Yeah, no, I as I say, I've heard that increasingly anecdotally, and indeed, I've known a number of dentists around the place, and I've had this conversation with them, and there's one in particular that sticks in my mind where, unfortunately, they ended up in a world of pain with a number of cases. And I think I'm right in saying, as an orthodontist, these are sometimes the cases that get brought to you to fix up the mess. Is this true?
Unfortunately, that is true.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing that couldn't have been fixed up right at the beginning.
Okay, so what do, we're here among all these dentists that are very keen about, wanting to do clear aligners. What should they do to sort of avoid the pain and make sure they get better outcomes?
Okay. I think there are two things. One, they need to get a bit more knowledge and do a proper course on clear aligner therapy.
Okay.
From somebody who knows what they're doing this. And there's probably 4 or 5 courses around that can offer that. Okay.
And what is that, like in a couple of days?
Yeah, honestly, you only need a 2-day course.
Okay.
If you know how to teach it, you only need 2 days to learn the fundamentals, and you won't get into any problems.
Okay, this is good. No one wants that. And what's the other thing?
And the other thing, there are some treatment planning services which are available where you could actually allow an orthodontist to do all the work for you. And it's funny, people talk about you do aligners as simple cases, okay? But in all honesty, if you've got a proper treatment planning service behind you, it shouldn't make any difference whether you're doing the case or the best orthodontist.
Okay, because of the,
Once the planning's done correctly, then anyone can do it. All you have to do as the dentist is make sure there's enough IPR being done and the aligners fit.
Okay.
That's it.
It's a little bit like the analogy of the foundation for building a good house.
Exactly right.
So you've got that sort of educational foundation.
Yep, knowledge.
You understand what's happening in the background, and then you've got a plan that makes sure that you're sort of staying on track as you go through.
Yeah, it's really a GPS. What's the best way to get from point A to point B?
Okay. Awesome.
And that's really, and I suppose the treatment planning service is your orthodontic GPS.
Okay. I like it. That's good. Geoff, once again, you've busted another myth. Thank you for that. See you next time on Marketing Monday.